as a joke, obviously everyone's doing it, and I put it on my Instagram story, like not expecting anything, and literally the next day,
Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, I want you to watch the entire video. If you like the video, comment, like, subscribe at the end of the video. But first, watch the entire video. Next, we will not be talking about all women. It just feels like it. And if you like different type of content, don't forget to subscribe to my second channel, Adventures of Anthony Spade. Link is in the description. Okay, today I'm going to be reviewing a video of a man who breaks up with his woman on TV in a way that I've never seen before. Now, I want to elaborate on some things before we actually get to the video. Right, when it comes to a man and he's getting ready to break up with a woman, chances are the more blunt he is, the more he fell out of love a long time ago. But when it also comes to women, guys typically break up harshly whenever a woman has been acting bad in the first place. Most of these women nowadays are walking around as if they are spoiled, and a lot of guys are starting to adjust to it. A lot of blue pill men, they fall into this sucker role, trying to be the best guy in the world, and they never see anything coming. What we have nowadays is a lot of men that are waking up in the middle of their relationship. And when they wake up in the middle of their relationship, they're transferring, they're turning into an entire different guy. This is what you call going from blue pill to red pill. And this is what a lot of you men have to learn to do. It's hard for a man to actually go from blue pill to red pill because it's a feeling that he has not been taught, that he's not aware of. Most guys have to go through some type of traumatic situation in their real life that causes them to develop a deeper structure in order to be red pill. Most guys will only be red pill after they have had their heart broken. Until then, they will live in la la land. But for the men out there who are in la la land, in some way, somehow, she hurts you, you stay in the relationship, and then you start to gain red pill knowledge, you're typically going to end up like this guy in the video that we're about to watch. Stay tuned.
What is this? What does it say?
You're dumb. I'm done.
Giving her a tattoo to say that you're breaking up with her is probably the ultimate form of disrespect due to the fact that that woman has to go the rest of her life wearing that on her back. Granted, it's a TV show, but still, it would still be attached to her and something for her to look at. What would cause a man to act like this? Typically, it's payback for something that she did in a relationship. But let's find out what his excuse is.
Are you being for real?
Serious.
Oh my god, what the did I do to deserve this?
Like every time we get in an argument, you have to put out on social media. Like for what? You don't stop.
Oh my god. This is so embarrassing.
Stop.
Guys nowadays are tired of the Broadway life. What do I mean by the Broadway life? That's where a woman always showcasing her arguments. She's always showcasing her lifestyle for other people to see it, and they talk loud enough for people to hear them. That's what you call the Broadway life. Women have become addicted to this because this is all they have seen on TV with the Love and Hip Hops, the Desperate Housewives. Their neurological system is programmed to seeing this type of events. So when women are actually acting this way, they don't feel like they're doing anything wrong because they were taught it. It's just like a spoiled kid. If a kid is spoiled their entire life, it's hard to break them as an adult. They go their whole life feeling like they're privileged, and they usually turn into adults that people do not want to be around. That's the saddest part, is when children are raised the wrong way and they can never break the cycle. Well, it's the same thing with a lot of these women. They started out as children watching these reality shows over and over and over, listening to the music. So now with their neurological system programmed for it, their emotions are not programmed for the back end of it. Which means that you're seeing a lot more women do more nastier things, more filthier things, more dirtier things in order to get attention. And you would say to yourself, like, how come that girl doesn't have any morals at all? How come she doesn't have any self-respect for herself to not do that, knowing that people are going to look at her a certain way? Well, you got to understand this. Everybody that you think is going to look at her a certain way is actually envious of her because they're not the ones that the attention is going to. See, when it comes to a woman nowadays, it doesn't matter how she gets the attention. All that matters is that she gets the attention. She could be moralist, she could be victimized, she could be angry, she could be mean. It doesn't matter. Whatever she has to do to lash out to get the attention is what she needs because she feels better. What gives them the power to do this? They don't have to be held accountable. Why they don't have to be held accountable? Because there's always some blue pill male standing around to comfort her for being victimized. That's where we're at now. Most of these guys grew up with single moms. So when you see a woman cry, you see a woman going through hard things, you don't have the power to tell her things to lift her up, like stop crying or you got to do better. You don't know how to put the pressure on a woman for her to do better because you've been taught to comfort a woman. So now that you've been taught to comfort a woman, every time she does something wrong, you're there to make up excuses as to why it's not bad. Next, last but not least, one of the main reasons you're going to be seeing a lot of this is because women do not have relationship skills anymore. I'm going to repeat that. Women do not have relationship skills anymore. They don't know what it's like to be in a relationship. They don't know how to play the girlfriend role. They don't know how to play the boy. They don't know how to be they don't know how to play the girlfriend role. They don't know how to control a household. They do not know how to build a family, which is the skills that women used to be taught. Nowadays, women are just taught to look good and have men cherish everything they say as it takes them deeper down the rabbit hole. Hopefully, you was able to get the message behind what this guy did to this woman as revenge for their relationship and why he broke up with her. Let's get to it.
My husband says he's upset with me because, in his words, sweetie, you need to stop spending so much money on DoorDash. Ordering it 3 times a day is not appropriate and we need to start living within our means. Honey, it sounds like you have an income problem, not that I have a spending problem. Start earning more money and we won't have these issues. So I took his credit card that we share and I booked a vacation for my daughter Richard and I. We're staying in a hotel tonight and I hope he enjoys that I charged $8,000 to his credit card. Make more money, darling.
This is what happens when you, as a single guy, you get on your grind, you start to better yourself, you start to make a lot of money. But what you do is you take that money and you go and create a lifestyle. All right? You make sure your credit's good. So you go out and get you a nice car. You go ahead and get you a couple credit cards. See, the thing is, when you're single, right, you feel like you make so much money that you could do anything in the world. Matter of fact, single people start to feel like they're actually rich because you only have to take care of yourself. So while you're doing all the showboating and you feeling good and you feeling like everything's good, when you come across a gold digging woman, you feel like you have a lot of money. You have the energy. But so what you do is you give up all your power about letting that woman know, you know what? I can take care of you. I can do for this. I can provide for you. And what happens? You start to embed her. All right. Now she starts to become dependent of you emotionally and financially. That's what you just seen in this video. This is a woman whose husband has been giving her the world that she starts to believe that the world revolves around her. And what he's saying is, listen, my money is starting to wear off. And I'm starting to lose a lot of money. We're starting to run out of a lot of money because you're just spending money. See, the modern woman doesn't know how to cook. So of course this girl is going to order out 3 times a day. She hasn't been taught how to cook. She's been taught as long as she looks pretty, that there's a guy in the world that's going to give her what she wants. Be careful out here, guys, because it can get nasty really fast. Now, the second video today is going to be a girl who actually thought she was dating Bill Gates. Let's get to it.
I'm literally shaking as I make this. Yesterday, I DM'd Bill Gates as a joke. Obviously, everyone's doing it. And I put out my Instagram story, like, not expecting anything. And literally, the next day, I get a DM from him. He said it was on his side account. I cropped the username because I don't need you bitches DMing him. But he literally was just saying, basically, like, send him my card information. I blocked it out, obviously, because I'm not going to give strangers my credit card info on the internet. But obviously, like, he doesn't need my money, so I felt safe. Like, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to wait and see what he says. But he basically said I could have half of Microsoft, and he didn't have a prenup with his wife, so I believe him. I knew I was pretty, but I didn't realize I was that pretty. So I just woke up, and I had a fraud alert on my bank. And I canceled my credit card, but the bank is saying that I'm going to be responsible for the money.
That's exactly what happens when someone starts to think that they are a know-it-all. Typically, a woman can fall into the know-it-all mindset if she's always surrounded by beta males. Guys have to understand, when you're the guy that's always giving her compliments, you're actually doing more damage to her brain. She starts to believe that she knows everything. So everything that she sees that she wants to be real starts to become real to her. Why? Because when she go around beta males, they have her convinced that she's smart. So in this situation, a lot of women are just like this. They're so trapped into their own delusional world that they can never see reality. And that girl didn't see reality. This is why girls who are in La La Land, a lot of men could read that. Which is why when women go to mechanics, they pay higher prices. When women go to buy a car, they can always get the car they want. You know why? Because dealerships don't mind selling them the car at sticker price with 72 months. So she could drive off the lot feeling like she's better than the man, and she's going to be in debt for the next 20 years. That's what that girl is facing. She's facing a scam of her own delusion. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you're able to get the message behind this video. Watch the trailer to my second channel, comment, like, subscribe. Hasta la vista.